We are on the page 31, section 4.5, graphing with the slope-intercept form, right? We talk about what kind of forms we have for the linear equations, right? So what kind of things we call a slope-intercept form? It must have what? A slope, an intercept, right? We also learned standard forms. So standard form is what? ax plus bx equals c, right? We did this. Then your AB cannot both be 0, right? If one of them is 0, is fine, but not both. If you have both x and y's, then you have a slant line, right? If one is missing, you have special cases, which is what? Vertical lines and horizontal lines, right? So A, B, C are real numbers. And what is a slope-intercept form? It is a linear equation with slope and intercept, right? Y-intercept. And get y by itself, you have mx plus b, right? M is your slope, and b is your what? Y-intercept. We learned this. And we also learned what? Different ways of graphing linear equation, right? So far, how many methods we have learned? Method 1 we did at the beginning of the chapter 4, right? Method 1 is what? Using t-table, right? With how many points? With 3 points. So you can use 0, 1, 2, just use simple numbers to plug in to find your y for the ordered pairs. The reason you choose those different numbers is to avoid the fractions, to make your life easier, right? Method 2 we learned was what? Still using t-table, right? With how many points? 2 points, but not any random 2 points. We say we use what? 0, 0. When x is 0 means what? You have the y-intercept. When y is 0, you have x-intercept, right? The opposite. Now we are going to learn another method today. We say we are going to do with what? Using the slope-intercept form we just learned to graph the linear equation. Okay, let's practice on that. So if you want to use this method, you have to have what? You have to have a slope-intercept, slope-intercept form first, right? Otherwise, you will not be able to use it. So first, we have to do what? To have a slope-intercept form. If you have standard form instead of slope-intercept form, you need to change that, right? So you need to change the standard form to the slope-intercept form if needed, right? Otherwise, you cannot use it. Then you will do a certain way, okay? Since slope-intercept form, example is like if you have, say you have y equals 3/5 x minus 3, right? This is a slope-intercept form, right? So you need 2 points to plot a line, but for slope-intercept form, you already have 1 point already, right? So you will plot that point first, plot the y-intercept. Then you have to find another point by using what? This is another information you have, which is what? The slope, which is the rise over run, right? Then you will use this, use the slope, another information you have, which is rise over run, to rise and run over, right? To find another point, to find and plot the second point. Then if you have 2 points, then you should be able to do the line, right? Then you will connect those points. Then you should be able to graph the line, right? So let's look at the first one. On page 31, right? So you have y equals 3/5 x minus 3, right? So what do you think? Do that, right? Do we have a slope-intercept form? Yes, we do. So how should we start, right? It says if you have slope-intercept form, then you will plot the first point y-intercept. So what's your y-intercept? -3. So you have here, right? 0, -3. Is that right? Then you need to find the second point, which is 3/5. So it's a positive or negative? Positive. So we say if it's a positive, it goes up or goes down? Positive, it goes up. Goes up how many? Rise over run. So you go up 3, run over how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that would be here. Is that right? Then mark your position, the ordered pair, which is what? You counted, right? 5 here, 3, 5 here, and write this point. That would be 5, 0. Is that right? Okay, then next one, 2 points is good enough. But if you want to find another point, you can continue to do what? 1, 2, 3, then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, somewhere there, right? So what's this position? You counted. So 5, 5, 10 here, then 3 here. So this position will be 10, 3, right? If you go this way, because the line can go that way, can go another way, right? So if we go to the left, how will it look like? So same thing for the 3/5. it's the same thing as a -3 over -5. Is that right? So if you do that, you count down what? 3 position. Go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have here, that would be what? Counted. So x would be -5, y would be what? -6. Is that right? So you can go either side. If you connect the line, that would be look like that. Okay? So you can either go to the right or go to the left. So practice both sides. That will help you. Okay? Let's look at the next one. Next one is what? 3x plus y equals 2. So, do we have a slope-intercept form? What kind of form is that? A standard form, right? If it's a standard form, you cannot do it. You have to change it to what? A slope-intercept form, right? So how do we do that? Get y by itself. So you do this, right? So you have y equals -3x plus 2, right? Then you plot the y-intercept, which is where? 2, right? So 2, 0, 2 for here, right? Then you will do what? The slope. So the slope is here, -3, right? So your -3 is what? Positive or negative? Negative. So you should what? Go down. So, but we need what? A fraction, rise over run. So what do you think? Put 1 underneath, right? So you will do what? Count down 3, then go over what? 1. So that's your 1 point. Then locate your position. That would be here and here. So 1, -1, right? And another point you can go is what? Do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, and come here, 1 position. So what do you think of that location is? So you count it. So 2, right, for x. -4 for y. Is that right? Okay. Or you go that side. So this one is the same thing as 3 over -1. If you go up for the rise, then you go what? Negative only y on the x. Rise over run. Run is the x. So you rise 3, then you go left, right? So what do? You rise 3, then you go over left, 1 position, right? Then what is the position? Counted. 1 here, 5 there. So it's what? -1 and 5 for this one, right? Then you connect the line. It should be what? Negative line. It goes down, right? Okay. So let's see next one. Next one we have is y equals -2x, right? So do we have slope-intercept form? Y equals mx plus b, right? But there is no b for the y-intercept. What do you think? Is this the same? So your first point is where? 0, 0. right? And this one is negative for the slope. So it goes up or goes down? It goes down, right? So put 1 underneath. So you do what? Going down 2 and move over what? 1, right? What's this position? That would be counted 1 here, -2 for the y, right? Try one more. Goes down 2, go over here 1. What do you think that position would be? So you count 1, 2 for the x, 1, 2, 3, 4, -4 for the y. Is that right? What happens would go that way? Go to the left. So go to the left, it's the same thing. You go up for the y, go left on the x. So you go up 2, go here 1, right? So what's this position? Count 1 here, 2 up there. So it's -1, 2. Is that right? So we connect the line like this, right? Negative slope, we have the line goes down from left to right. Okay? Think about it. What are we doing? We are using the third method to graph a line with what? Slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. Y, right? Y equals mx plus b. Okay? So that would be your section 4.5.